It's been a fulfilling circle around the sun this year, celebrating our love and giving tribute to the Jurassic Park franchise. But the twilight has come for 2019, which means another holiday season is upon us. Now, last Christmas, we not only gave you our hearts, but we gave you the album of a lifetime. With Lifetime's records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making. And today, we have a very special surprise for you. After the high volume of calls, requests for more, sales upon sales upon sales upon sales, we are very proud to announce another once-in-a-lifetime album release. Now, I know, you might be asking yourself, but what about last year's once-in-a-lifetime album? Well, let me tell you this. We are here to tell you that miracles happen twice in a lifetime. Here, along with Lifetime's records, we are proud to announce Lifetime's records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making, the music, the album, part 2. And today, we have musical talent, and it says here on the copy, for some reason, a big fan of Cards Against Humanity. Travis Stevens. Welcome, Travis.
Brad, it is so nice to be here. I got to tell you, I am pumped. I have celebrated these songs for years, like you and most of the fans in our podcasting audience, I would assume. I couldn't be more pleased to present these to the listeners of the Jurassic Park podcast. Thank you.
Seriously, I mean, this is like a first-time deal here because me and you, we've gone deep into the vaults for these tracks. This is real special, folks. I don't know if you all remember, but this is kind of something I don't think a lot of fans know about. But back in like Christmas, I think it was 1995, NBC, this channel NBC SD, they aired Jurassic Park. All right, and Miracle on 34th Street back to back. Okay, and this was along with a special bonus airing from Lifetime's Records Holiday Special. It's like, one of those kind of like Star Wars holiday specials, but this was for Jurassic Park. And the tracks that you are about to hear today are from that special that aired back in 1995. Never saw the light of day again. That was it, once and done.
And when you talk about talent, you have names on this list. I mean, I'm not going to bring them up right now, but there are voices you are going to recognize, and you're going to think, "Oh my gosh, they recorded this." And you will almost remember, but you won't remember. It's the kind of joy that only Lifetime's records can bring you. And Brad, I said that we wouldn't mention this, but we actually went into the vaults, as Brad said, and it was very Indiana Jones. We actually went down into a sort of Lifetime Records well of the souls, and there were snakes, and we actually picked up a sarcophagus lid to get into this small container of old recording reels that had these tracks, and we brought them back for you. So seriously, you're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, this was down deep in Universal's lot. I'm not going to say exactly where it was, but we were there, and these things were near destruction. We saved those clips for you last time around, and you bought those songs, and we saved these ones again. So this is something real special. Like I said, not a lot of people know about it. I saw it. I think you saw it, but
I definitely saw it.
I haven't talked to anybody else who's seen it, so.
They're out there. They're going to remember quick, I think.
Yeah. So before we get into these songs, if you guys want a chance at this album, be sure to call now to be a part of holiday history in the making right here. So this is real special, guys. But you can't really describe Jurassic Park without the T-Rex, right? The T-Rex is something that it brings back memories of childhood, and something that I used to watch around this time of year was Jurassic Park. I used to watch that with the family, and of course the T-Rex is the first thing that pops into my head here. So why don't we go ahead and take a listen to this first track from that holiday special here.
Hammond and Allen and Sadler and Ian Malcolm, Lex Murphy and Timmy and Muldoon and that Ray Arnold. But do you recall The dinosaur who inexplicably sometimes steps in to save the protagonist. Rexy, the JP T-Rex, had some very tiny claws, but they were compensated for by its massive deadly jaws. If you were a visiting lawyer, it would eat you off the head. And if you were an evil investment manager that smothered an elderly philanthropist, you'd be ripped in half instead.
Wow. Wow, that is just beautiful.
What a treat. Again, I'm back there in 1995, circa that broadcast.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're going to bring this to you in a new and interesting way, I think, for people of 2019, 2020 coming up here. We're bringing this to a new and interesting medium, I think, for you guys.
There are certain things that stand the test of time, and one of those things is audio cassette.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have a discerning audience. I'm sure that you can speak to that, Brad. The tastes of the average Jurassic Park fan, audio cassette delivers a certain authenticity to the sound, especially as it's aged over the years, 20, 30 years. That magnetic tape, it does things to the music that no other medium can, really.
Honestly, if you keep playing it and playing it and playing it, and sometimes the tape itself comes out and you have to kind of get it back in, you use a pencil, you stick it in there, you kind of wind it in, and it just goes right back in. I think that adds to the character of the quality, and it's something that you just can't get anywhere else. Sure, you can go with MP3s, but this quality is kind of unmatched in my eyes, in my ears.
Absolutely. It's all about taste, class, refinement. Hipsters are going to love this. They're going to love it.
Oh, for sure. And speaking about everlasting love, why don't we go ahead and take a listen to our next track here?
Oh, little child of Lockwood's lab, in bed we see you lie, but you won't sleep as Indoraptor creeps into your room at night. And when the raptor cometh to snack upon your arms, Owen and Blue will come save you to keep small clones from harm.
Whew. I get the chills.
Seriously.
Right in my spine.
Seriously. Now, I know we told you guys that we sold just endless amounts of copies for last year's album, but I actually heard some people say that it might have been the biggest holiday album of 2018. Did I hear them correctly?
I mean, and that's saying something, because we're talking about Lifetime's Records.
Mm-hmm.
In Lifetime's Records, who's releasing these incredible collections that enhance your life as only Lifetime's Records can.
Seriously, it's just one hit after the next. You guys know those kinds of albums out there, like Now, Volume 1, Volume 2. What are we on now? I don't know. Volume 75. It's kind of, it's along those lines, but Lifetime's nails it every time with even better tracks than you'd ever imagine. And this is one of those releases. If we topped 2018, I think we could top 2019.
Absolutely. And think about this. This is the perfect gift, literally, for any human being on this planet. Do they like Jurassic Park? Have they seen Jurassic Park? It really doesn't matter. Lifetime's Records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection, 65 million years in the making, the music, the album, part 2. I mean, imagine if you had a high-powered businesswoman, type A, she's very direct, in touch. she would really appreciate an album like this.
I honestly think so. And even if you had a kid that was just really obsessed with dinosaurs, and another kid maybe was just really into computers. I don't know.
Oh, you mean like a hacker?
A hacker. Like a hacker, I guess you could say. Like, honestly,
someone who just uses a computer, a hacker.
Computer people, yeah. Computer kids, they're a thing. Anybody that loves things, honestly, dinosaurs appeal to those people. And I think, when Santa's coming to town,
oh boy,
I think that means that only one toy was also coming to town as well. Something that's really big, something massive that kids could really enjoy. And I think this next track talks very kindly about it.
You better watch out, they'll run and they'll fly. Stay out of their way or you're gonna die. Dinosaurs are coming to town. They're out on the loose, let out by a girl. Malcolm warned, welcome to Jurassic World. Dinosaurs are coming to town. They're roaring at a lion. They're running all amok. They're flying to Las Vegas and they just don't give a care about the rules. So you better watch out, don't go camping outside. Maisie let them out, cause like her they're alive. Dinosaurs are coming to town.
Wow.
Oh, you really get the audio cassette quality from that track.
Oh,
wow.
For sure. And that's something I really appreciate from this release, honestly. You can go polished and, the most supreme digitally remastered studio perfect sound, but like...
So easy. This is so easy.
It's seriously, that's easy. And these days with digital tools and computer kids, the kids with the computers that know how to do everything.
The hackers.
That stuff's easy. So to replicate a sound from the past, and honestly, the music is kind of stuck in the past. It's very nostalgic in that way.
Oh, there's a certain level of, there's art in the details. I think I've heard somebody say that. There's art in those small nuances. Wow, that's all I can say. Wow.
Seriously, I mean, it's kind of just the perfect soundtrack for your life. And right now in your life, you probably have a lot of people visiting your house, wherever you are. It's that time when visitors show up and just kind of just come into your life and celebrate and live and love. And it's amazing. It's a truly brilliant time.
That's wonderful. I like to call my guests park visitors, and I pretend my entire house is a park. So it's just how I live my life. And Lifetime's Records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, part 1 last year, that did enhance my life, my personal park, my home. And now, Lifetime's Records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making, the music, the album, part 2. My life, it's going through the roof, I gotta tell you.
Happy Dino Days, Happy Dino Days, let your geneticists keep cloning. Happy Dino Days to you. It's the visitor center. Well, whoop-dee-doo and whoop-dee-dock. We got latest advancements installed round the clock. Spare no expense, not a single buck. We'll be bringing in the tourists now. We'll be bringing in the tourists now. It's the visitor center, where Wu and his crew have lots to do. Genetic engineering and hatching eggs too. Hammond tries to get there whenever they do. He'll be imprinting on his babies now. He'll be imprinting on his babies now.
Whew. Tell you what, this music is imprinting on me, if you know what I mean.
I really like that. And I do feel like I remember that actually airing this specific song. It was something like a very rigid, tough guy. I feel like I remember him wearing like a vest or something like that. I don't remember, but it did imprint on me in a way.
Oh, very tough. I do have that image in my head too. And when I hear that kind of sound, I just think, oh my gosh, if you had like, I don't know, so let's say a daughter that you spent some time with, and let's say she's a former gymnast, she would love this song.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Speaking of kids, this next track, I've been popping in the cassette here, and I've been playing it a lot around the house. And it's one that while we were decorating, the Christmas tree here, my son absolutely loved this song, and he was singing it non-stop. It was really beautiful to kind of witness and to see that, something that I cherished as a kid, and now to see him, cherishing it as well. It's amazing.
That's what it's all about.
Raptors around the Kirby's tree. Amanda Kirby starts climbing down. She wants to go help the angel cute as ski, but there are raptors on the ground. Raptors around the Kirby's tree. Those raptors only want their eggs. Amanda slips and they snap at her head as they jump with those powerful legs.
Just that warm feeling, the memories, the feelings, just pure joy of this music.
Yeah. Oh, hold on a second here. We actually have somebody who actually called into our live line. So we've been getting calls nonstop here. Thankfully, everybody is really picking up the pace here. And this is one I wanted to play for you real quick. So let's take a listen to this caller.
That last piece was just incredible, magnificent. I have never heard anything so just outstandingly phenomenal. What an instant classic, which is bound to go down in the pop halls of history for many years to come. I am so glad I was here to experience this brand new song for the first time.
Yeah, that's something I can kind of attest to right there. I get where that caller's coming from. That caller sounded very, very young. And he said that it was a brand new song, which we're here to tell you it's not. This is something that's been around since 1995, and that might be many, many years before that caller's time.
This person is clearly an individual of taste, whatever their age. And, it's easy to get fooled by that audio cassette clarity. It sounds like it could have come from 65 million years ago or today. You never know.
Yeah, this is something for the young and for the old. It's something that just can't come down the chimney fast enough. Lifetime's records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years into making the music, the album Part 2. It's just going to be something spectacular to cherish with, like I said, listeners of all ages.
Raptor baby, come develop an attachment to me. Oh please, feel a real connection to me. Raptor baby, help keep the other raptors in line. Raptor baby, grow to be a dino hero for us. It's just, we're gonna need you there on our side. Raptor baby, help keep the other raptors in line. Come be cool, don't bite our hands. Make it clear that you understand. Good from bad and bad from good. Use your razor crazy claw on bad guys like you should. Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, pop my collar here.
Seriously.
Wow. Only Lifetime's Records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making, the music, the album, part 2, could deliver something that spicy hot.
Seriously. And guys, this is something that we're offering to you guys for the low cost, to produce these cassettes. It's going to be $22.92. All right, so that's a deal right there. $22.92. You can't really get a taco or something like that these days.
Oh, absolutely not. Could you buy milk for $22.92? I don't think so.
I haven't recently.
Not where I live.
No. But here's the thing, though. We have an assortment of varied pay options for you guys. So if you pay via Venmo, you can get this thing. We're going to actually cut it down to $13.50. That's very low. If you pay by...
Honestly, it's just easier for us. So
yeah,
cut you a little slack.
It's still pretty easy. Cash App, if you guys have that, we can get this album to you for $14.75. It's a little bit more, but it's still very, very cheap. And
we just don't know what's convenient for the audience. There's such a diversity of people who will obviously buy this.
I'm literally it's so diverse that I'm still trying to figure out this next one because I have no clue how to put this in the account so we can use it to produce this music. This Bitcoin, I don't know. I literally don't know how, but you can get this album for 4 Bitcoins. I think that's.
I believe I was talking to our people, and I think that price may fluctuate based on the value of Bitcoins from 1 minute to the next. So you might want to jump on that.
Yeah, it might be a 4. I don't know. It could change at any point, I guess. PayPal, easy. That one's $22.92. That's the standard price right there.
Friends and family, please, though. Friends and family.
And if you see us in person, we do accept cash. I wouldn't suggest mailing that in. But that's going to be, honestly, it's 2 cents cheaper, apparently, $22.90.
If you do send cash, please, on the envelope, this is just a tip that I got from my dad, just write not cash inside with like a winky emoji that you've drawn in pen. That way, I think you're just covered.
I think you're right there. Now, for the older crews out there, the people who are still running around with the checkbooks and all that stuff, if you want to do a check or money order, you can get this thing for. It's going to go up a little bit because then we have to go to a bank and then we have to figure out how to cash it and set up a bank account apparently, and that's gonna be $33.96. So we did the math here. All this works out. You're not getting ripped off. If you Venmo versus check or money order. So don't worry about that. Credit card will this is my favorite one, to be honest, and this is one that I usually when I'm making bigger purchases like that, I tend to do this, or I can get it in installments. So for 8 easy installments of $2.86.
Yes, and don't even think about the math. It adds up. We're professionals.
It does. Yeah, I mean it's a wonderful album, and I think it's really, really worth it, to be honest.
And if you remember last year, before we were done with the podcast, before the podcast was even released, it had already sold out.
We
hit our quota. Had sold out.
Yeah, we hit our quota right then and there, and I think we offered even more stuff at the end because we had a surplus.
We were prepared, as we always are.
And some people are not really always prepared for the holiday season. They're getting little jabs in on their brothers or sisters, or just not being nice individuals to their coworkers. So
naughty list. You know what I'm talking about.
There's a few naughty people out there, and they're not going to get their toys, and they might get some coal instead. I don't know. Maybe they won't even get this album, or the cassette. But we're going to do our best to get it to everybody we can.
Even the Grinches.
Oh, yeah.
You're a mean one, Mr. Mills. You really are a fiend. Your suits are pressed and fancy, but your heart is black as sin, Mr. Mills. Your ethics are highly questionable, and you shouldn't smother your employers.
highly accurate. That's some solid advice.
Seriously, I would definitely not suggest that route when it comes to coworkers, employers, whoever it is.
I mean, this is advice for your life, and that's why Lifetime's Records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making, the music, the album part 2, is fully endorsed by Lifetime's Records.
Yes. Now, I know. This is the time of year, like we were saying before. A lot of visitors come around, and not all of them are. You're not always fond of every one of them. There's always one. There's always one that's just a little too, too loud, too aggressive. Sometimes it's too much. Like, just chill out, guy. That's
too much.
A little too much. You want a nice somber house. You want to sit down near the fire, appreciate the Christmas tree, the good food, and you don't, you just want to keep it chill. And sometimes you can't.
I'm plugging it in. It's Franklin, the IT tech guy, plugging it in. Oh, God. Franklin, the high string IT tech guy. La 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 la. Claire has got an anxious friend. His name is Franklin. Why am I here? He hates to be outside or in dangerous situations. When Claire needs help to access all the dino tracking files, Franklin has to take a plane and is whining all the while.
We're not compatible.
I know that guy. I think we all know that guy.
Yeah, I had him at my party last year pretty much, and it was I had to end the party very quickly.
And you did well. You did well to do that because that's unacceptable.
I think I'm hearing that we're getting very, very close to our numbers for this year. So keep calling, everybody. Keep calling, because we got a few special things that we could give you guys. One of which I'll reveal right now. Why don't we do that? Please. We have the cassette version, which I think is amazing, but we will put it on vinyl if we do hit our quota. I'm not sure if we're going to hit that quota, because that one's that's the high quota. That's the kind of like the stretch goal that's honestly a little too far.
We are really going to need the numbers if you want us cutting wax for you. But,
Seriously.
We'll do it. We'll do it. We can be encouraged to get to that point.
Yeah, it's going to cost us quite a bit more to do that. But, we'll see if we get there. We'll see if we get there by the end of this recording. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
For us to spare no expense, the numbers got there last year, so I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful
too, and maybe we'll get an idea as the show goes along. Kind of get a little peek into the behind the scenes. But speaking of getting a peek, were you ever one to kind of come down the stairs or look around the hall and just scope out that Christmas tree and just kind of get an idea what was going on there?
Are you trying to get me in trouble? I don't know if I want to answer on a podcast. My parents might listen.
Putting you on the spot. I know. I was definitely I'm going to say it. I was definitely one of those guys.
You're peeking. I think we all been the peaker.
We've all peaked a little bit here and there, I think. So this
I certainly have peaked.
It's a bit of we're a peaking bunch here. So it's just the way we do it, just the way we roll.
I saw Owen training raptor squads in their small enclosures on New Blard. They respond to his some commands. They take reps from Owen's hands. They keep their eyes on Owen and submit to his demands. I saw Owen training raptor squads. He never thought how it could be applied. then Vic Hoskins got him hired to train those Raptor squads on New Bar.
Wow, man. If I remember correctly, was that the Man in Black himself? Was that him playing the guitar there?
I think it was a man who was in black.
Yeah. That's one of those memories that really sticks out. I see somebody dressed in black, I think.
I think I can still hear the audience screaming, just overjoyed, as I'm sure our listeners who are picking up these short clips of Lifetime's records, the Jurassic holiday songs of our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making, the music, the album part 2, as excited as I'm sure they are right at this moment.
Seriously. I mean, this is very heartwarming to me. Doing this with you, for the second annual year here. And this is just something that I love to bring into people's homes. This is something that you really can't get anywhere else, like, honestly. And like I said,
literally,
you were talking about how we went into the caverns there of essentially like Area 51. It was pretty it was pretty intense. The vault and the stacks, it was just stacks upon stacks of rotting audio and video, and we brought it home for the holidays, I think.
We did it for our audience. We did it for America. We did it for the world.
Really did.
A Jurassic World.
A treasure trove of Christmas classics here. And, it's something that I keep thinking about is I'm always, as a new Christmas comes up, I'm always thinking about the last one. I'm always like, just trying to compare to see if it's going to be better, if it's going to be worse, or are we ready? Like, did I buy presents for everybody? Did I forget somebody out there? I mean, I'm always trying to compare myself to the last Christmas, and if it's living up to the standard that I set, previously. And we set a pretty high bar last time.
A very high, I mean, impossibly high, I would think.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are out, boy, Brad, when I look at the numbers, I think we're going to run out of these albums.
Oh my, are we really?
I mean, I'm talking to Andy in the back. Yeah.
Andy?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, we are within 100, and you know how many we
wow.
Of these audio cassettes we produced.
Honestly, you might want to slow down on those calls, because we're going to try to get these out for you. That's a
we're
lot.
very close to those vinyl numbers, Brad. I'm very encouraged.
I'm honestly getting a little nervous because I still have to figure out Bitcoin and how to. I don't even know how vinyl works. So,
by quick note, the Bitcoin, the rate has changed, and now it will be 6 Bitcoins. I'm not sure. I guess that equates to our 9. Just stay up to date on that.
Yeah, I don't know the conversion. There is a simple trick out there I've heard, but I haven't found it yet. I haven't found it. So keep your eyes peeled. We'll update you guys on the website as far as the Bitcoins are concerned. But we want to bring you guys something special here, and I think something that really associates with this time of year for me is just seeing the white powder fall down, during Christmas. I think it's something that doesn't happen always in my neck of the woods, but when it does happen, it really is pretty brilliant.
Truly, truly special. I can't wait to hear this track.
It's one of my favorites, and it reminds me of, you know, the old times with grandma and grandpa, and, you know, just sitting around the campfire. We used to, I don't know why, we used to sit at a campfire for some reason, but there was no snow outside during those times, I guess, but it was still a lovely Christmas memory nonetheless.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's a great memory.
Mr. John Hammond was eccentric, rich, and old, with an amber cane, a famous name, and a park out of control. Down in Costa Rica, with an island lease he had, John had built a park, but right from the start it was doomed to go all bad. One day a mathematician told him, John, it can't be done. Only the blood-sucking lawyer thought the park would end up being fun.
I remember singing that song as a small lad.
Yeah, sprightly little fellow you were. Yeah, I remember that as well. And that was our 11 tracks for you guys. That's a pretty hefty task for a cassette these days. 11 wonderful. Wait, what? Did you hear Andy? I kind of missed it. I was talking. What did Andy say?
No, Andy, I thought that track was only legend.
No way. We have another bonus track? Andy. All right.
Oh my. Oh.
Are we doing this?
This DJ Dimetrodon and MC Mesozoic. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. I've been a big fan for years.
Oh.
I didn't know they did anything Jurassic.
Honestly, I didn't either. I thought we uncovered everything, but this is... I don't remember this from the holiday special. But it must have been there.
Maybe our audience has heard it.
Maybe they have.
Yeah! Those Jurassic dinos get funky at Christmas. Those Jurassic dinos get funky at Christmas. Instead of ho, 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 they say roar, roar, roar. Christmas is more dangerous than it was before. All those dinos are celebrating at Christmas. The compies love to party. They all love to get together. They never bring food. They just eat whatever. The Triceratops is asleep on its side. It happens every 6 weeks, and when the eggnog gets spiked, the velociraptors love it. They learn to open all the presents, so Santa's got to hide them all behind electric fences. The Dilophosauruses decorate as only they can, by spitting decorations in your face through your hands. The Brachiosaurus hangs the star on top of the tree, but crushes half the presents that it can't bend down to see. The T-Rex doesn't celebrate this funky holiday, but it lights up a menorah with its tiny arms each day. Oh yeah, those dinos get funky at Christmas. Yeah, those dinos keep it funky at Hanukkah. I heard those dinos stay funky through Kwanzaa. Oh yeah, those dinos have a funky, funky New Year. You know those dinos have the funkiest Three Kings Day. Yeah, those dinos kept it funky at Christmas.
Wow.
Wow. I think I'm not alone. Wow, I was moving to that.
I was bouncing in my seat right here. I'm a few inches away from my desk than I was before. This is madness.
Honestly, my neck is a little bit sore from just my head bopping to that jam.
Seriously.
Music truly says what words can't. And I think that song is a perfect example of the power.
It speaks volumes, man. It speaks so many volumes. And that was one of those songs, like, when we heard that it was coming our way here, I was like, I don't remember it. Wait, do I remember this? I do, and it was kind of like, you see those people out there posting pictures of like an old Happy Meal toy, and you hadn't seen it in 25 years, and you're like, oh my God, I remember that. That was one of my favorite things ever. And it just dawned on me.
Everyone should know about this. And you're like, I know about this now. I need to share this with everyone.
Seriously.
Everyone.
And now, I think the world's different. The world will be different once this cassette is in everybody's hands. It's a brilliant, brilliant work of art, if I say so myself.
An only audio cassette can make sure these memories go into people's hands forever, and there will be no complications.
Wow. So folks out there, I hope you called in first off, because that's the first step, is calling in and choosing your payment method: Venmo, Cash App, Bitcoin, PayPal, cash, check or money order, credit card, whatever your heart desires.
Bitcoin is now three Bitcoins.
Call now, everybody, call now. It's apparently cheaper. Is it? Wait, it does work the same. It goes down.
I don't know. I'll have to talk to one of my hacker friends.
Yeah, I don't know any. So I'll trust yours. But this is something, like we said, this is if you guys don't remember, this is that special airing in Christmas 1995, Jurassic Park and Miracle on 34th Street, airing back to back, and you had this holiday special in between, which, like I said, people kind of just did their own thing, and they were either eating dinner or opening gifts, and they kind of just missed this, and it never saw the light of day again. And now all of your ears are now special because you've heard these wonderful sounds.
Are you going to be the envy of all of your neighbors? Are you going to be the one on your street who has full custody and ownership of Lifetime's records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making, the music, the album part 2? Are you going to be that person? Are you going to be the one who calls in, who supports Lifetime's records and all its employees and all their children, all their family members, all the people they've adopted into their families? Are you going to be that person who has the joy, the pure, unadulterated joy of having this audio cassette at your house?
Honestly, you could be the funkiest house on your block. Don't miss that opportunity, because when Santa comes rolling down that street, he's gonna know where to stop first if he hears that music blasting.
Yeah. If you were slated for coal, I would say you're gonna get bumped up to gold status.
Oh my God, yes. So, make all of our dreams come true this holiday season. Order Lifetime's records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making. The music, the album, part 2. Order that this holiday season, and your life will be different. So thank you, Travis, for joining me to relay these amazing, incredible, authentic audio samples that people will now hear around the world and really cherish this season. Thank you for joining me.
Brad, it's been a pleasure. It's been a privilege to bring Lifetime's records, the Jurassic Holiday Songs of Our Lives collection, a collection 65 million years in the making, the music, the album part 2. I couldn't ask for anything more. Thank you for letting us relive this tradition and treat the world to it. It is such a gift.
Yes. Make the world a better place. If you go down the street, if you're walking with a boombox, or driving down the street, in your car, just turn the volume up a little bit, and I think the world will be a much better place.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks, Travis.